Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. In this video I'm going to be focusing on the ENFJ personality type and what their role might be in society, and I want to bring attention and remind everyone that role in society means just what they're more prone to be best at, what their aptitude is not the only thing that they are supposed to do. I'm a firm believer that every type is able to do everything they believe they can do. ENFJs are a very interesting type to me. First, because they lead with extroverted feeling, and that is basically a very maternal or paternal trait, as at least the way I see it. But then they have introverted with intuition, which is more of a mystical trait, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they combine both their need to take care of other people with their mystical introverted intuition ways, and thinking on the grand scheme of things, thinking about the possibilities of people's futures, bringing people together, taking care of people, interpersonal relationships, all that good stuff. I love ENFJs. They are one of the really most altruistic types out there, and they don't get the recognition they deserve most of the times. Anyway, that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you love the show.
What is the role of ENFJs in society? ENFJs are outgoing and engaging individuals who make excellent public speakers. They have a knack for sensing other people's feelings, which can help them understand how to deal with difficult situations. ENFJs make up only a small portion of the population, but this does not mean they lack in importance. In fact, many companies use ENFJ as a consultant or to teach classes on customer service. But we cannot talk about ENFJs without mentioning how amazing they are at being advocates for the betterment of society. They are amazing people with batteries that never seem to run out of charge, always trying to take care of interpersonal relationships. We cannot understate how altruistic and how devoted they are to serving others, going way beyond what is required. Oftentimes to their own detriment, many ENFJs experience burnout, or go through life in a constant state of burnout because of how many people they try to help, motivate or encourage. No other type is better at leading by example than the ENFJs. They understand that talk is just that, talk, and as important as that might be, they are fully aware that without action, change is never going to occur. The combination of dominant FE, or extroverted feeling, with NI or introverted intuition as their second function, provides them a very special skill. The ability to see what most people cannot, their capacity to read between the lines, they are unparalleled when it comes to finding the underlying meaning behind people's motivations. They are great at seeing both sides, and are able to bridge gaps or diffuse potentially problematic situations from arising, or relationships failing due to misunderstandings. The irrationality of FE. FE, in my opinion, is the strongest or most powerful function of all, mostly because it is very paternal/maternal. One of the strongest bonds human beings can form without a shadow of a doubt, is with their children. We go above and beyond, sacrifice our needs for theirs, and protect them at all costs. It defies logic and explanation. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of FE. ENFJs incessantly seek to create harmony and take care of other people's feelings, as if they were their children, and because ENFJs have NI in the second slot, they want to take care of the entirety of humanity. NI thinks big, really big, and ENFJs feel the compulsion to take care of everyone on a grand scale. When we add their action-oriented nature, we get people that favor movement as opposed to just talk. That is why, as I mentioned before, they lead by example. As you can imagine, this is a massive undertaking. The responsibility they carry on their shoulders is overwhelming. Being able to see how things could work out better for their children, in terms of interpersonal relationships, and seeing how that vision is so far from reality, becomes almost too much for them to bear. ENFJs feel deeply, and it breaks their heart to witness the way people treat each other sometimes. It's really a blessing and a curse. Having the foresight, the vision, the answer, and being strongly compelled to movement, causes them to spread themselves too thin. They feel like they can always do more. They feel like what they do is never enough. The problem with NI. NI is known for its pattern recognition properties, future-focused, bringing forth the potential in things, big picture-oriented as opposed to small details, and much more. But one thing people normally forget to mention, is that NI is in its essence, a tool that stems from a precautionary place. NI strategizes before implementation, because it looks at the possible scenarios where things can go wrong. In a way, NI is the answer to the potentialities of the present day, compulsions absent of enough consideration. In other words, NI exists to prevent bad SE from jeopardizing the future. NI tries to make sure what we do in the present doesn't ultimately come back to haunt us in the future, because we forgot to consider what the consequences of our actions may be in the long run. Think of global warming, for example. Types with strong NI live in a world where they regularly picture worst or bad case scenarios. But this is what allows them to avoid them, and imagine much better alternatives. ENFJ's fear for the fate of humanity, they want to fix it, and the inability to do so, breaks their heart constantly. So they do everything in their power to take care of as many people as they can. What is the role of ENFJs in society? ENFJs are the caretakers of society, by means of moderating relations between people, and prevent unhealthy people dynamics from occurring, that may lead to darker futures. They make great counselors, spiritual coaches, psychologists, or any profession that involves peering deep inside the psyche of other human beings. But in opposition, their strong maternal/paternal compulsion causes them to neglect their own needs and mental equilibrium, just as a parent would. No matter how much they do, they always feel undeserving, like it's never enough. They are so self-critical that they may even feel guilty talking about themselves and their own feelings. Mostly, they use their skills to anticipate other people's needs, and address them even before the other person has a chance to ask for help. Which of course is rarely reciprocated. The more ENFJs do, the more others become accustomed to it. They seldom get the recognition they deserve. The pull of FE is so strong, that it may come off as invasive. All dominant functions are overly powerful, unbalanced even, and FE is no exception. ENFJs need to realize that their need for caring is exaggerated. Every action as an equal and opposed reaction, forcing care on people that operate within different parameters, will undoubtedly create bad consequences, for the ENFJ, as well as the people they are trying to help. ENFJs could benefit from learning to pick their battles. As noble as their intentions are, they just can't help everyone. Think quality over quantity. And for the people who have an ENFJ in their life, make sure to give them the warranted recognition. They deserve it. Because if you don't, the ENFJ will keep trying harder and harder. This will not only put them in an unhealthy state, as well as your entire relationship. Or if you feel they do too much, and that makes you uncomfortable because it becomes an unspoken contract, and now you feel obligated to reciprocate in the same manner. But maybe showing affection or being motivational goes against who you are, or you're just not wired the same way ENFJs are. Talk to them, let them know you notice and appreciate all they do for you, but you are just different. Tell them you do love them and care for them too, just in different ways.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.